Good morning. Hey, you guys. Do you have time for a quick lesson? I've got one. I'm going to let's move this out of the way. I just naturally hit that button all the time and it turns off. I hope you guys read or listen to that story, or go and find it. That one that I just did there, that fairy tale, the devil and his grandma. But here, what I want to tell you is, I was just listening to, I like BP Earthwatch. He has Jesus tuned into him pretty good. Sometimes they can be a source for teachings. And today, he's putting the doom and gloom on people, basically because how YouTube is doing, and how all these, however it is, if you're not following the narrative, that's what we're saying here, and here, you and I, we're not getting much, coverage out there, and it's probably by design. I like to think I don't give a damn, but in reality, all these people are being censored out there, who basically don't stir up the shit. The idea that if they're doing what mainstream is doing, if they're putting out lies, if they're putting out a narrative of, only these people that are, that are true clowns in the business are getting paid, whereas the people that are acting, trying to be like journalists, and, the social media thing, this platform of truth-telling, no, that's not what this is about, but, that's where it's come down to. And that even these pay places, these people that pay people are about, well, we don't really represent people like you. So you're seeing they're all being attacked from time. Who knows how long this platform is going to even be on here. But, at least for now, it's a recording device. And for those people that are, are in tune, this is we're in a little sweet little area right now. But basically, it's this mankind, they're truly forcing us to go down this pathway of absolute, ignorance, where, you have eyes of your own? Do you have, why do you have to follow? Why do we have to believe in, these things? Why? But anyways, here, I wanted to tell you what he did was looks like we're losing light. Let's see if we got some light in here. Do we got some? Oh, baby. Ow. There. A little more colorful. Should mess around with zits, Wind up with a dent in your head the rest of your life. It's that time of year. So what he says is, this is Ezekiel, and Ezekiel, he doesn't have very many good things to say about his own fate. In fact, it's kind of like he's one of those buzzkills, towards the ends of the story, they're all without, and they are without. He's telling the story. He's telling the story about these Jewish people and stuff, and he prophesies that, that they'll be in exile and they'll be scattered abroad and stuff like that. But, this Jewish people, they just, they so much, are these, but everyone gets scattered, throughout time. Just think, could it be the blacks? Could it be these, having to do with being brought in as slavery? They're the same thing, and they were spread all over the world, so why not them? Shit, So, but it hasn't anything to do with that. But it can follow that, because this is what man does. All right. But what BP was talking about, he was saying, when the shit hits the fan, money is not going to mean anything. Silver and gold won't mean anything. And that, what happens is, here it goes. They shall cast their silver into the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. That means that they're not keeping the law. All right. So this is their stumbling block. All right. And I'm going to go and find out more about that. But when you cast your silver into the streets, and their gold shall be removed. The silver is when the silver is the beautiful side inside of you. That you really want Jesus, you want religion, or you want this faith, you want something, you want to connect to God. All right. So this is something that you want to do. It's a feeling thing. So it's the silver. I mentioned this the other day, that it's the cup that God drinks from. All right. So what happens is you tossed your silver out into the street, which means you've gone out to mankind. You have no longer going to her, to God, where you're the vessel. You wind up being the guy, the vessel that's holding on to the kingdom, and so the gold is here. And so the gold is cast, all right? So what it says, the gold shall be removed. So, you're not using it, and this is actually what causes you to be the widow, all right? And you're spiritually dead, all right? Let's see, the silver shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. Now, you and I know exactly what it means to won't be able to deliver them, because your chakra system isn't working during this time when you are, connected to the outside. Remember, this is also the biblical homo. Your male consciousness is walking the streets, fornicating with another male conscious. All right. Okay, so let's see here. It shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels. These are the bowel. We're going in for truth. We hunger for the truth, and so we'll never be satisfied by that. And so our souls will be hungry forever. All right, and so we won't have the sustenance, because it's the stumbling block of their iniquity, because they forgot. Because they don't remember, and their hearts have been hardened. And this part of the thing is the rock, or the stone is on their heart. All right, and let's see here. Let's go on. We're going to go on. Now that's Ezekiel 7. So it's talking about which would be the wrath. This is usually where something good happens. All right, but in Ezekiel's thing, no, it's where something is empty. You're missing this part now. All right. It's also Ezekiel 7. This is verse 19. So that would be 1. So this is leading you into something. We're only going to do 3. Here it is, 20, which is 2. As for the beauty of this ornament, he set it in majesty. But they made the image of their abominations and their detestable things therein. Therefore have I set it far from them. All right. So as for the beauty of this ornament, which is the silver, all right, he set this in majesty. So that means you've given it to the king. All right. You've given it up to the king. All right. But they made images of the abominations, which I would say would be like the dead Christ, and these detestable things therein would be like, to eat Christ. You're trying to bring him into you. You're waiting for him, so he's no longer with you. This is detestable. This is abomination. You have cut off your direct connection to God. All right. So this is two. So this is your creation, man's creation. As for the beauty of this ornament, he set it in majesty. All right. All right. So 721, and that doesn't mean God. 721. This is 3, and this is as far as we're gonna go. And I will give it in the hands of strangers for prey, and to the wicked of the earth for spoil, and they shall pollute it. Alright, as far as I'm going. Alright. Ezekiel is a very sad book in the Bible, because it speaks of nothing but people losing their faith. And he tells a lot of people to repent, repent, repent. Repent means to turn around. Alright? This is where they're talking about the pollutions. You give it to mankind, he's going to ruin it. He's going to pollute it. Alright? Now, that's some heavy preaching. Alright? Take care of yourselves. I love you. Good morning. Or evening, whenever it is that you see this. Bye.